What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back. This is
We
your
are
man.
back.
Yep, yes, we are. So, of course, y'all know who it is. The man, the myth, and the legend. Yes, that's me, King Will.
And it's just to the
And
net,
I
as
know,
always.
and I know it's been a long, long layoff. It's been almost, what, a year? Almost?
It might have been over a year, but
Yeah,
you're
a little bit
close.
over. Yeah, yeah, close enough. It had a couple of things that kind of happened and stuff like that, but then we decided to get the crew back up. Me and Jess, we haven't went anywhere, and we back on our own, which a lot of our fans did like us to be back on our own a little bit. So we're back on our own, and with the comment section and all that. So we're definitely excited to get back into the groove of it, Jess. But how you been doing,
Absolutely.
Miss Jess Ned?
I've been doing great. As y'all know, I had a baby. All I do is pop them out. But I just had a baby in
They lying.
October. And
We're gonna have a basketball team soon. We about to have a starting five soon.
no, I okay, yeah. I had my daughter in October, so that's where I've been, doing my thing, recovering and all that good stuff, still being me, still telling the truth and nothing but the truth. Will might need to take some notes, but everything is
Mm-hmm.
everything
Mm-hmm.
has been good. But first off, let me just lead into this. I want to start a new thing where I'm going ahead and, start off positive and everything. So I want to start off with a verse. I'm gonna start doing this every single time we get on here with y'all, okay? The show some type of positiveness. So I want to say a scripture. Today's scripture is going to be John 3:16, which is everyone probably already knows it. I want to start off, a little easy, a little light for y'all. But for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, as we all know, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So let's dwell on that. Let's thank him for that. But yeah, but other than that, I've been, just recovering, working, and still keeping up with everything. I still know what I'm talking about, as y'all know. So
Lies, 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 lies. Well, that's
but
good.
yeah,
That's good. Here, it was. I'll say it was a little rough to 2023 for King
oh,
Will a little bit. We had to deal
it
with
was
a
a little
couple of.
rough.
It was a little rough. Had to deal with a couple of deaths, and you know,
Hmm.
and with this market out here, with no job, almost didn't have a job for a year. You know, shout out. But got me a
Shout
new
out to
gig. Now we're
God.
getting. Yep.
Hmm.
I got through it, yes,
Absolutely.
through God and through life. A lot. Got through it, but finally got another job, and you know, 2024 is a new year, and I think it's for new beginnings and getting old. Turning 39, that 40 coming up next year.
Ooh, that fouty
You know.
shouty.
But I'm excited, Jess. I'm definitely excited to be back on our own. I think we have more of the authentic experience we can give to our fans, and we just gotta get back in the groove of it. And we still try to do different avenues and things, but we feel like getting back to the roots and basic of what we used to do is what we need to get back to. So, with that getting started, a couple
Absolutely.
of things we're going to talk about in today's show. We're going to talk about Caitlyn Clark. We're going to talk about Russell
Yes.
Wilson. And then also, I think we're going to talk about the women's tournament because I I don't know about you, and we can probably start off with it. We're going to start off with that, and then we're going to lead to Caitlyn Clark. I don't know about
Yes.
you, but I am super duper duper excited for the women's tournament. Like I can't think of the last time I've been excited for a tournament. Honestly, probably since I don't
Last
know,
year's
maybe it was
tournament was pretty good
Zion.
though.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just saying completely, like completely.
because
It
the
would have
men
been
are
out of Zion to them, but
because the men
other
is
than
not
that,
we're not because usually we have some men that are kind of that we know about. Probably remember
mm-hmm.
Zion and all, and even uh was last year, no, not even last. I mean, UConn won it, but they kind of went under the radar, the UConn men,
last year,
but like people
last
don't really talk about
year,
it.
you don't even know what happened last year.
That's what that's what
Who
I
won
mean.
last
Like
year?
it was UConn.
Oh,
It
they
was
did. Oh
UConn.
shoot,
Yeah, it's
it was
UConn.
you. Oh yeah, it's Bob
Cause
Hurley's brother, I believe, is the coach, Dan Hurley.
and Andrew Reese's cousin was on that team. Now he's with the Pelicans or whatever. But
Jordan Hawkins.
like,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
but the last this year and last year, honestly, the women were more entertaining. As we to
Absolutely.
well for me for me, they're always entertaining, but I know for the whole world and men who say, who is finally coming on to like, oh, women is legit. They finally are catching on, and that started last year. Big credit to Caitlyn
Mm-hmm.
Clark because she definitely opened up everyone's eyes. I would say,
Absolutely.
even
Yeah.
though I mean, their eyes should have been open, but definitely the skill set overall for all the women in the world, excuse me, and all the women in like college and even high school, and even the WNBA last year was very entertaining as well. So, especially with the whole super team type of deal that everyone was talking about with the Liberty and then like the Aces and all that other stuff. So everyone was kind of like tuned in. That's why the WNBA ratings last year in the finals was like the biggest in a very, very, I think it was the biggest ever, but if not, it was in a very, very long time. So, like I said, big ups to Caitlyn Clark for opening up everyone's eyes. Everyone can't wait to see the tournament, see what happens. But also Angel Reese and Juju, who's a dog, who's legit, who has, I mean, she's a superstar already. So
Yeah.
the lead, but
Yeah.
there's a lot. Hannah Fuwali, Hannah from Notre Dame, Fuwali from South
Yeah.
Carolina,
Got Cameron
Michaela
Brink
Wood.
from Stanford. Cameron Brink
Yep.
from Stanford.
Also, and then also, my favorite, Elisa Peely from Utah.
Yeah. Got
Then
Cootie
there's
McMillian at Ohio State. I think his name
yep.
Cootie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's and then UCLA have an overall good team. Like I said, there's a lot.
Oh, I
UNC is pretty
said
good.
it's about. I said it's about almost 12 legitimate
Yeah, 12 legit teams.
of course, LSU, of course, Iowa. You got UConn. You can't sleep on UConn. You got
Oh
Virginia
yeah, of
Tech.
course
You got
UConn.
UCLA.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
USC,
Everyone's
Ohio
good.
State. Like
NC State.
it's a really deep tournament. Yep, South
Yep.
Carolina. I'm over here saying all these teams. And I ain't say the one team that's undefeated. South Carolina, which hey, this might be a little early. I don't think South Carolina's going to win it. I think South Carolina will get upset either in the Elite Eight or the Final
I
Four. I
but,
do
but
believe
didn't I tell you? I told you said you didn't think you see the ones beating them, but I told you I was like they're because they don't have because they're so young. I don't think we realize how young they are. There's a completely new team and there's transfers, but most of them are freshmen and sophomores, and I wouldn't be surprised if the experience gets a hold of
yes.
them, especially in the tournament. That's what I think. I could be wrong, and they could just go ahead and just go undefeated, which can happen. They're good
Yeah,
enough. But
I
I'm
just think
saying,
with South Carolina, they don't have that score. So like the
yes,
team
yes,
a
they
couple of
do.
they don't have that Aaliyah Boston. They don't have that Asia
Uh,
Wilson in my eyes. I mean, I know they
um,
try to go around Cordoza a little bit and Ashley Watkins, but
it's not her.
they're not Aaliyah Boston.
They're
They're
more.
not Asia Wilson. They're
No,
more
you're
skilled.
right. You're right. They're more of a collective, really good team. I mean, Pow Pow, the shooter. I
Yeah.
mean, what Dawn got was shooters though. She went
Oh
ahead
yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
got shooters. Now they
Got
hitting
shooters.
shots, and now that our homegirl, shout out the Raven, who went. Remember, 29%. Caitlin Clark did the
Mm-hmm.
whole wave, and now she's shooting. What's she shooting in the 40 percentile now? She
Yeah, she clearly
definitely
working
has.
on her game.
She clearly worked on her game, and she said is revenge season. So I mean, I see it. I mean, she's out here hitting everything. So um, yeah, I wanna say I'm pushing for LSU to win just only because the Angel Reese haters get on my nerves. So I really kind of want her to win. But if she don't win, I wouldn't be surprised. Excuse me, if LSU don't win, that wouldn't be a surprise. Um, Only cause I really do think South Carolina is still the team to beat. And then
Of course.
also who was the other team? Stanford is always in the mix. They always come out sneaky and
I
randomly.
mean,
UCLA.
UCLA,
UCLA is very complete.
Ohio, like I said,
USC,
Ohio State,
they just got
USC,
upset today by
yeah,
Maryland.
Virginia Tech. You got that's what I'm saying. That's so another team that people ain't talking about. Colorado and NC State, two teams. Colorado beat
Colorado.
LSU in the first game of the season.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Cause Colorado has went down. They've been going. They were high up here, and then for the past month, they've been
Yeah.
losing games. So that's why no one's like talking about. But they are a sleeper. I want they'd be like a 3 or 4 seed or something. I think, and I wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
surprised if they make it at least to the Elite Eight. So I mean, I feel you on that. USC with Juju, her supporting cast needs to show me something. If they could show me
Yeah.
something on a consistent basis, yes, I feel like they could go far. Because when you have a superstar like that, you really need someone to just help her out. So, Hopefully someone can.
Yeah,
But
tragedy. She should have won Pac-12 Player of the Year. I mean, I understand they gave it to Cameron Brink,
they don't ever give it to
but
freshmen though. I know
but
now
it's his.
she
I
should
don't
have
know.
won it. I agree.
She should
I'm
have
just
won.
letting
She
you
should have
know they
won.
don't give it to freshmen like that. Well,
That's
let me
true.
think, because I think Paige won Big East Player of the Year when she was a freshman. Remember when she went to the national
Yeah, that's
championship
what
and she
I was
lost
gonna
to
say.
South
I
Carolina?
won't say that because freshmen definitely won, and Juju. If it wasn't for really Caitlyn Clark and what she's doing offensively, I think we would talk more about what Juju's doing offensively.
Oh, people are
I
talking about Juju. People are
Because I'm
talking about
telling
her.
people, don't get into it. I think Juju, if she stays healthy and at this pace, can catch Caitlyn Clark's record
She
eventually.
can. The only thing is this is that they can't leave early, right? Like men. They can't leave early.
No, they can't. They have to play at least 4 years.
4
They have to
years.
play 4 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, but Caitlin Clark did have that. No, because of that COVID
No,
year.
Caitlyn Clark
I'm talking about
technically
that
is
COVID
playing
year.
for. That's what I'm saying. So Caitlyn Clark technically could have came back. She played. She's really
No,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
qualified senior, but
Right,
she decided to go into the draft because she
right,
done played her 4 years. So if Caitlyn Clark would have went back next year, I think the
right.
record would have been unreachable. But because she played 4 years, I do think at Juju's pace, she can catch Caitlyn Clark. I think she
I get no, I agree. She can.
can. So
It's just I just know that that extra year did help Caitlin Clark just a little bit. Um, because she
whatever.
didn't
No,
get.
no, 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 no. She has not played it next year. That is one of the. And look,
Oh,
y'all,
wait.
she has
No,
not
you're
played that
right.
next year
You're
yet.
right. I
Yep.
keep on getting it confused. Don't Cheryl Swoops me now.
Yeah.
So
She didn't play that extra year, which will lead into let's lead into Caitlyn Clark. Which Caitlyn Clark, yes, she broke the record. There's a lot of hoopla about it. But first, before I say this, the reason why people try to understand Caitlyn Clark's height, I've always said this about basketball. The reason basketball becomes more successful
right.
and has more success once, and I hate to say it like this, once you have a quote unquote white type of star. The reason why I think men's basketball
I didn't say it, y'all. I didn't say
kind
it.
of has it, but no, think about it. But think about it. College, it blew up like the whole Caitlyn Clark, Angel Reese thing. We have to underline the racial tones of. Doesn't mean it's bad, but we do have to underline that the reason why
No, it's true.
it got so hyped was Iowa was basically what white people were cheering for, and LSU was basically who black folks were cheering for, and that's how it became hype. If you go back, you got to think about in men's college basketball. You had Adam Morrison, you had Jimmer Fredette, you had these type of white superstars that when they were doing really good, it did bring more hype into it.
Yeah.
Men's college basketball, it's a little bit more of that, and then the combination of now their superstars are not going, but I think it's coming back. Duke,
Mm-hmm.
even though y'all got all that talent, still think y'all gonna lose the Elite Eight. But with Cooper Flag
You're just a
and
hater
all,
in your life.
coming, but Caitlyn Clark, she's definitely will go down as one of the greatest women's basketball players ever. She's just not
Yeah.
the greatest of all time. Let's just keep it honest. I don't have her in my top 10 because in my eyes, to be in the top 10, you have to at least win a championship, and she hasn't won a championship.
I mean, I agree. I think for me, and I told you this, I feel like you do have to win some sort of a championship to be considered
Yeah,
so like even in all sports, you have to at least have one. So
yes,
if she wins this year, you could shut me up. But as of right now, I can't even
yeah. Like
I
to
can't
me,
do it.
that's like saying the greatest men college basketball player ever is Pete Maravich because Pete
Right.
Maravich had the record. But we don't say that. We say Pete Maravich is one of the greatest, but we don't
Right.
say he's the greatest of all time because Pete didn't win a championship.
Right.
That's why I told you, Caitlyn Clark in a man comparison is Pete Maravich or Jimmer Fredette. High offensive impact, high game, but just
Mhm.
couldn't lead a team to the championship.
And
And
credit to Pete Maravich though, he didn't have a 3-point line.
oh
And
yeah,
that's pretty, and he did it now I know he did it in not 4 years. He did it in
yeah, because he couldn't play his
3?
freshman year because you couldn't play your freshman year.
Yeah, so
So
he did
yeah,
it
it
in
was
3
3 years,
years.
and he didn't have a 3-point line. Which
And
was
I
if
don't
he had
care
a
about
3-point
and
line,
casuals don't come at me talking about, "Oh, look who he went against." A bucket is a bucket. It's in
Uh,
there. It is what it is. Please don't come to me with
to
that.
average
Y'all get on my
44 points in
nerves.
college. And
It's
I hate when
insane.
people say that because back then, that's when men's college basketball was like the best under 21 kids playing. So you don't have
Yeah.
that. The best under 21 kids are all in the NBA now. And that's
Right.
where college started falling out a little bit because now you don't have the best under 21. I mean, I was watching Overtime Elite and I was seeing kids. I was like, Dad, I heard about him in high school. I wonder where the heck he went. He on Overtime Elite
Right.
doing nothing. But I think with the NIL, men's college basketball, it does seem like now more of the top boys recruits are now starting to play college basketball. Like they're starting to head that way now.
That's another
But
reason why the women's game is not as I'm sorry, that the women's game is above the men's game right now as far as college is concerned. Because the young boys and they don't have to go to college. They could go to the G Elite. What's it called?
mm-hmm.
They could go overseas and play.
Yep.
So the best players are not going to such and such to to the UNCs and the Dukes and Kentuckys of the world anymore. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
They're going everywhere else. WNBA, excuse me, the women don't have those those outlets. So we have no choice but to go to college, which is why you get the Jujus and the Fuwalis and people like that and the Hannahs from Notre Dame who are
Mm-hmm.
really good. Cause it's like this is what and honestly I could tell they love the college experience. And then the NIL is always going to be the NIL is there. They're making money now. So now they're
Yeah.
like, shoot, I'm living the best of both worlds. I'm hooping, playing that having fun at
Mm-hmm.
school and I'm getting paid. So now they're good. But please, and also please stop with the one-on-one comparisons of Caitlyn Clark going against Ben Simmons. I know I make fun of Benjamin, but stop. Benjamin will pack her shot and he would dunk on her and throw it on the backboard,
Yes,
even with
he
his
would.
bad back. So please, y'all need to stop with that craziness. And
But
even with
Caitlin
some of the
Clark,
women.
I give her kudos. We'll definitely remember her 20, 30
She
years
changed the game.
later.
I'm
She
never gonna
changed the
not
game.
say that. She changed the
Yeah,
game.
she
So
absolutely
thank you,
did.
Caitlyn, because now you open up people's eyes. I just don't like when people when men all of a sudden know about the women's game now. Stop. You just watched last year. Please stop. But I'm glad you're watching and I'm glad you're taking notice. And Caitlyn Clark is cause of that. And I love and I have all the respect and love for her for that. Cause I mean, we've been like this. There's women that do that all the time, but she doing her thing, and I'm just happy she's doing it. And now she's about to go in the WNBA. We all know she'll be number one pick. She acting like she don't know. She knows she's going to Indiana.
Yeah, she
So
ain't.
go ahead, just go ahead and pick out your little apartment over there or house because I'm sure you're gonna get all those endorsement deals. So
Oh, the WNBA is salivating. They're so glad Caitlin Clark is going to Indiana, and we all know
yes,
why.
and she's the only and she's there. She's the only one that's going to come out. I don't think Reese is going to come out whether she wins or lose. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. Paige staying doesn't shock me. She
Yeah,
wants to play with Azzy. She wants to try and win one for UConn really bad. So that's not shocking. Cameron Brink, I
yeah,
think
she
she's going
probably
to
come
stay.
back.
I think she's staying too. Yeah.
Yeah, she probably gonna come
Who
back.
else is who else is in there? Sorry,
I
this
mean,
is
the only ones I know that can lead, that have to lead, is like Cardoza. I
Cardoso has to
forgot
leave.
the
Hmm.
female, the girl that plays for
Tennessee.
Tennessee. That's real good.
Yep.
Yeah, she has to go. Peel has
She
to go.
if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, I think she'd be the number one pick. She's really good.
Yeah, she's really good.
She has all the attributes. Great defense too. So, but yeah, this I
Yeah,
think Georgia. No, I think Georgia Amar has one more year.
Georgia
Um,
Amore has one more year,
I think
and I think
Kitley.
the post girl they have has one more year. She
Yeah,
got hurt.
yeah. So she's staying. I just know she's
Yeah.
not leaving. She's staying. So yeah, this draft that was going to be like the best we ever seen is probably not going to be it no more. It's going to be like
Mm.
just a few now that we may know. But overall, the women's game is headed in a great direction, and um, the WA was looking great last year, so it's going to look great this year. So we'll
Speaking
see.
of people that are not good players, let's talk about Russell Wilson.
You know
Let's
what?
watch.
Why you have to start off like this? Because he didn't do nothing to
So,
me.
so Russell Wilson has been released by the
Oh,
Denver
because he might go to the
Broncos,
Steelers. My
and they
bad.
are willing to eat
I forgot.
85. Do you know how much? Do you know how much somebody has to hate you to eat $85 million?
Facts. And they could have gave me some because, honey, they didn't know. They don't know what to do with that money. So just make me some over here.
But what I told you, you know what? And we was having a conversation. I think we was on the show, or we was either talk Texas, trade I see Denver because Russell cooked for about 5 years. He cooked.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You said 5 years?
So I hope he don't go to the Steelers. Yeah, Russ has been cooked for 5 years, and I
Oh,
told
you
everybody
you
that it was going to
petty.
be a
You
bad trade
petty.
to the Denver Broncos.
He hasn't been cooked for
But
5 years. It's
you
literally
know,
just two.
hey,
But okay.
some reason you
He
did
didn't
beat.
have a bad
Hold
year
up,
last year.
you
He didn't
talk
have
about
a
the
bad year
Steelers.
last year. I heard about the Giants. I did. And honestly, I would take him over Daniel Jones. Please, please come to the front. Russell, CC,
Yeah,
little Future.
uh,
What's the little
that
baby name?
money.
CC, the little girl. She could come too. They can all come. That's fine with me. Take that. Y'all can have Daniel if you want, because y'all might take Daniel Jones. You might be happier with him. You seem like you'd be happier with him. We will definitely do that. So please, Russell, you can come. I heard about the Falcons too, but I think the Falcons going to draft the quarterback. Oh, I'm sorry. No, they're going to get Justin Fields, right? I think they're going to get Justin Fields.
Who? Not
The
to
Falcons.
Justin Fields. I don't know where he's going.
I think he'll go to the Falcons. I think
It
they want
seems
to.
like
I
the
think the
Falcons are going to
Falcons
go
want
for
him.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I
Nah,
forgot
I
about
believe the Falcons are
Kirk.
probably going to go for Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I forgot about Kirkland. He
Mm-hmm.
could definitely with his little chain. I think he'll fit in good in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think he'll fit in good in Atlanta.
But Russ to the Steelers. I mean, I'd rather take a young quarterback that hasn't got a chance. Give me Trey Lance or maybe a Malik Willis. Someone that young. But Russ, I told y'all Russ was good. His Russ problem is he can't throw he can't throw in the middle. He can only throw from the sides, and he's losing arm strength. And when you lose an arm strength and you're 5'11" and you can't throw in the middle, and you do lame statements and lame let's ride this and that, and no one likes you. No, don't come to Pittsburgh, please. I'm about tired of Mike Tomlin. People know me. I'm about to say
No, you
fire
better
Mike
not be tired of
Tomlin.
him.
Fire all of them. Mike Tomlin is starting to head to Doc River territory where he's living off that one championship, and we're giving him too much. Like he needs to
That
do
is
something.
not true.
Any other coach would have been fired by now. Any other coach, I don't, and I like Mike Tomlin, but he's heading to Doc River territory. You'd have had Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Martavius Bryant, Le'Veon
I know you're
Bell,
not blaming him for
TJ Watt,
Antonio Brown.
Minka Fitzpatrick. You have all this talent, and you've won one championship. One. You couldn't beat the Patriots. You couldn't get past the Patriots. So I need you to win now. And if
Who
you come
could get past
here,
the Patriots? Who?
I don't want to hear that excuse. Did you just hear what I
It's
just
true.
said? At
I mean,
one
it's
point, we
true.
had Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. At one point, we had the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks. I won't say he was the best, and y'all know how I feel about this. But one of the best quarterbacks, the top running back, and the top receiver, and we only got one. Someone tell me why Mike Tomlin failed the job. You can't even control the locker room. So Mike need to win. That's all I'm saying.
I really want
And
you
Russell
to
Wilson
stop
ain't that.
disrespecting Michael Tomlin. He has taken y'all to the playoffs every single year.
Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo.
Look, I understand the Pittsburgh thing. Y'all used to winning championships. Yeah, it's a winning atmosphere. But he has had a winning record every year he's been with them. Don't act like he's been trash. He has been trash, and you need to stop blaming him for that Antonio Brown situation. That was not his fault.
I'm not blaming him
that
for
wasn't his fault.
But here's the thing. Mike Wallace was a wide receiver he had that went crazy. Now I can name all these receivers. And you ain't won the last time Mike Tomlin won a Super Bowl, I was married 2 years. I'm not headed to the 14th year. I didn't have kids when Mike Tomlin won. Now I got 2 kids. So it's taking too long.
Tell me the quarterbacks that you had that was like besides Big Ben, because he was washed at a certain time.
That's the first mistake you made. And there's a bunch of people know, and if TJ was listening to it, he know how I feel about this. I did not want Kenny Pickett. In fact, I said the Steelers drafted Lamar Jackson. Yes, we had Big Ben at the time, but I felt like they should have drafted Lamar Jackson. Then they go draft Kenny, small pick
How
in
was that
hand.
his fault though? How was
That
that his
is
fault?
his
You act like
fault.
that's the G. I mean, I know he's probably talking with them, but the GM makes the final decision. I'm pretty sure that was
I
not
don't want
Michael
to hear that.
Tomlin's fault.
You're Mike Tomlin. You tell them, hey, it's time to draft Big Ben's replacement. You decided you didn't want to hurt Big Ben's feelings, so you didn't want to draft his replacement. Then you wait till he retire, and then you go get Kenny Pickett. When you wait till the draft, there wasn't no good quarterback, and then you pick one. You should have just not. You should have just skipped that year either, and just wait till the next year, which I believe was the Joe Burrow draft.
Probably.
So like,
But-
what are we doing? What are we doing? And now we try to get let's ride. Do you think I want to hear that as a Steelers fan? Let's ride. You think I want to hear that?
I mean, he had a good season with the Broncos last year, and you know he did. He had a decent season.
Did they make the playoffs?
That wasn't
Did they
his
make the
fault.
playoffs?
That wasn't
Did
his
they make
fault.
the playoffs?
Though.
I don't want to hear that. Did they make the playoffs?
They didn't make the playoffs. But it wasn't his fault.
CJ Stroud led the Houston Texans to the playoffs.
They have a better team. That's true.
The Broncos don't have a better team?
No, Houston Texans have a better team.
Name me the Texans.
I can't name you. I can't name you the wide receivers.
But I bet you can name you the Broncos receivers.
I can't.
Jerry Jeudy.
Okay, I know him.
Receiver.
I know him, but that doesn't count. But that doesn't count.
Know?
But that doesn't count because he hasn't played well since he's been with the Broncos. He hasn't played well.
They had Patrick Surtain.
Okay, I give you the defense, but the Houston Texans had a good defense too. Did they not have a good defense? Oh, you know they had a good defense.
They did.
Okay, so boom, they kind of even, but and I think Russell wasn't playing all those games. Then they sent him out. They sent him. They did sit him sometimes.
Yeah.
No, but I think it was like 5 games left, and they sat him though, and they could have made the playoffs.
They were so tired of him. It was time for him to go. They were so tired of him.
All he say is "Let's ride," and he
Man, look, I done told this. Russ, y'all be falling. I know what it is. It's the Sierra story and then the Future story. Let me tell y'all this. Look, okay.
It's not
I will say Sierra. I will say he gets unnecessary hate for the Future versus Russell Wilson conversation. But let me say this. Russell Wilson, I think, gets more hate because he is not authentic. He's not. He's never been authentic. All the way to high school, there was terms of him not being authentic. I mean, his college, he went to NC State, and NC State was so sick of him. They were happy. They went to freaking Mike Glennon instead of him. He goes to Wisconsin. Wisconsin don't even claim him. Seattle don't claim him. The defense won him in that Seattle. The defense won Seattle that championship. He cost them the other championship.
No, that wasn't him. That was Pete Carroll that did that. That was Pete Carroll's call. He should have gave it the beast mode.
Right? You the quarterback, right?
Don't say that. Oh, really? So we're gonna go. So the quarterback's supposed to go over the head coach. So the quarterback is going over the head coach.
Make a better throw. Pump fake. I don't know. Shouldn't have made that throw. That's all I can say. Audible to play.
Okay, I agree with the better throw. But don't act like don't act like he called that. He didn't call that. You know that was Pete Carroll. That's why Pete Carroll gets the most hate for that. Pete Carroll gets the most hate for that to this day. And Marshawn Lynch still talks about it. Because he know he should have gave it to him. He just didn't like beast mode like that.
That was Russell Wilson's fault.
Bruh, how is that his fault?
That was his fault. That was a terrible
throw. The throw was his fault, but not the call.
I won't say it was a terrible throw. It actually was a good throw. That actually was a great play by Malcolm Butler. Let's not keep it.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Let's give him props. Okay, I wish we had a clapping thing. We need one of those so we could just clap for the.
I don't want Russell as a look. No, he's.
I don't think to keep it a bean. I really don't think. I don't think the Steelers want him. To keep it a bean with you, I don't think the Steelers want him. I don't think.
Oh no, they definitely want him. This is definitely a Mike Tomlin.
I don't think the Steelers.
This is definitely a Mike Tomlin thing. Mike Tomlin freaking hired Arthur freaking Smith from the Falcons, who couldn't even get it right with Bijan Robinson or Kyle Pitts. But y'all want me to be happy.
Well, okay. And in his defense, the quarterback was buns. So the quarterback was terrible. What's his name? Desmond Ridder. He's terrible. So you can't really get mad at him not working well with those wide receivers if the quarterback is cheeks, and you know that.
I don't hear that.
So Desmond Ridder's good. Is Desmond Ridder good?
First of all, the whole reason
no, I want you to answer.
Even given is Desmond Ridder good? No, he's trash. He's trash.
Okay, then.
He's trash. But
So
let me
how's
tell
he
you
going to
something.
get it?
The
How you?
whole reason, the only reason why Arthur Smith got a head coaching job anyway, the reason I got a head coaching job was because of Derrick Henry. That was the whole reason why. He never proved that he was a good coach. He just knew he had hand the ball to the 260-pound running back who could run over people. That was the only reason why he got a head coaching job. And now he's our freaking offensive coordinator. After Matt freaking Canada, but who can't be an offensive Mike Tomlin, please, for the love of God, hire a great offensive coordinator. I don't know if you just cheat. I don't know
Honestly,
what it
they
is
should get the
about
guy
you.
that just got fired from Washington that used to be with Patrick Mahomes. They should get him. What's his
Yeah,
name?
no, Mike Tomlin ain't gonna do that. I know he's talking about Eric Bieniemy. That's what
Yeah,
he's
he
talking
should
about.
get him. He's a great offensive coordinator. Washington just sucked so bad that he couldn't even help them.
No, no,
But he could help the Pittsburgh Steelers for sure.
I guess. But anyway, all right. So that will do it for today's episode. But first of all, let's let
But
y'all all know
Big Blue will take Russell. So Russell, if you're listening,
y'all ain't gonna even keep Saquon.
well, that's not my fault, honey. I'm very distraught. Very hurt. He's about to go to the Houston Texans. As long as he don't go
Y'all,
to the Dallas Cowboys, I am so happy. So he can go to the Houston Texans and be great. Go ahead.
y'all
It
ain't
is what
gonna.
it is.
Y'all ain't gonna. But that's so we are back. We will be. I know today's show was on Friday. We were supposed to come back Tuesday. Had to get all my gear and stuff back ready to get us back on live. But we will be here every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:00. You can still find us on YouTube. You can still find us on Facebook and all your podcast platforms. We will be giving y'all that hard hitting information, the laughs and jokes. So come on back. We miss y'all. We're gonna have a good time, Jess. You got anything before we go?
No, I don't have a thing, but I will say this, and that's that. I'm
Lord
always
have mercy.
right. But but on the real though, tune into next time. I want to discuss who we think that the MVP will be for the NBA. Take your hand off your head, William. And I want you to oh, but how about this? How about let's leave it with this as well. I do want to discuss that next on the next on the next show on Tuesday. But I want to leave us with this because I know you get heated with this. Do you want I'm not gonna mention what you think I'm gonna mention, but do you feel like people want Joel Embiid to be better than Joker so bad? The way they talk about the stuff on Sports Center and everything. Like when they be like, well, Joel Embiid do this.
Yeah,
And then
we're gonna discuss that last show. Don't even get me started about the whole Jokic, y'all. First of all, I've been right the whole entire time, and I'm trying to give y'all the next European that's gonna be good, which is I say his name wrong, but it's Sengun from Houston. I'm letting y'all know now he's
oh,
the next
he's good.
Jokic.
He gave Wimby
But
45. He gave Wimby
yeah,
45.
he's been giving a
But
lot of people 40s, but we gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. That's gonna be on the next show. So catch that next Tuesday at 7:00. But we thank y'all for joining at the buzzer, and we'll see y'all next time.
see ya. Thank